What up, YouTube? We're back. So last time you caught us, we were doing the sun turd stuff and the excursion. Before you get too far in it, how'd the excursion go?
Good. Well, I mean, it ended up okay, but
yeah, because I cut it off like right when it was misfiring.
Oh yeah.
Good little cliffhanger.
Oh, then it was fine.
Yeah. So fine as in.
I don't know.
It runs.
It runs good.
Runs good.
Really smooth, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe there was one cylinder that was not doing its part.
Yeah. Yeah. So Louis, like I said in the last video, we're getting the race car ready. We're gonna go out on Thursday this week. Just make sure that we knock all the wrenches out of this thing. And then on Saturday, we're going to go out and turn some faster laps. And then also Hayne taking out his unit on Saturday is the plan. Mm-hmm. What do you got? What you doing tonight, though?
This thing, still just kind of working on this rear end square. We got a new bar for the other side so we can get it closer to square. And now I realized I started to adjust this bar right here. Mm-hmm. And I'm bringing the wheel in where it's got to go. And the front of the bar hits one of the mounting bolts.
So this one's too long now?
No, I got to put a little space around it just to get the bar out away.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just kind of the last little touches, Louis. I mean, I don't think I got the video. We got all the sponsors on it. Got the front end sticker. Those are real headlights if anybody's going to ask. People have asked that question, so if you have asked that question before. They are stickers. They are not real. This is a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Yes, that's not a Toyota engine. We all understand. Okay, now that we're all cut up, Steve, what are you doing on the ground?
Oh, I'm starting taking these cables apart for you.
All right, yeah. So I got the parking brake cables there and there. Steve and I are just going to put that in there because it's going to be a nice luxury that I haven't had for a while. So the back ones were seized up. The lines themselves, not the calipers, which I think they were still seized up. The calipers were seized up because we couldn't push them in before. But that's what was causing the issue. They weren't disengaging. So we're just doing that tonight. Parking lot, we got the excursion still running strong. Got the honor and the privilege of riding in the sun turd today on the way out here. It wasn't owned by John Voight, was it?
No,
okay.
That wasn't his. The dentist or the...
the dentist? The actor. Yeah, the actor. The orthodontist or whatever he says. So that's all we're going to be doing tonight. Louis is just going to be putzing with this. I think the other guys are going to come out, and if anything interesting happens, like square cam lobes or anything like that, we'll know. We did ask Steve. Steve, are we doing cams in your car before we go on the tour?
You know, the thing is, it's only a $100 part. $93 on Rock Auto, but I'm kind of of the school of thought if you start messing with it a month before you have to go somewhere, it's probably gonna fail somehow and blow up in your face. So maybe we'll do it when we get back.
Yeah, I think that's what the plan is. Steve wants to ditch that thing a little earlier because he tried to ditch it a little late last year.
People don't buy convertibles in November.
Man, something's wrong with those people. This is a test of our walkie-talkies for the power tour. Come back.
Oh, okay. How old do you think he is?
I think he was 84.
74. Oh, wow. I didn't think he was.
We just had some breaking news. Gordon Lightfoot died.
Gordon Lightfoot died. Over. Gordon Lightfoot is dead. Over.
That's the right rear was back an inch of the left rear, and usually we try and get to a max of about 1/8 of an inch, so we had a lot of adjusting to do, and basically came down to about a dozen different measurements that we had to try and get to, which they're all pretty good now. I think everything's race tight, and I got to move a couple chunks of ballast, and
We should be ready for Thursday for that. All right, guys. Well, very short episode tonight. We did get the car does not move. Steve, would you?
it's cold.
No, we don't want it to move.
Oh, you set the brake and I can push it in the door, right?
Yeah. that would have been great. So the car actually holds itself now. So it was kind of a pain in the butt, but we got that out, and here's all the leftover stuff. So the parking brake cable is actually what was seized up in there. It wasn't anything with the brakes in the rear. Well, it probably was a little bit.
Combination.
So got that all figured out, tightened up a coolant hose. I'm going to drive it home tonight and see if anything else leaks, which I'm sure it will. But now I don't have to put a actual like piece of wood underneath the back of it each night because I'm always afraid it's going to run down my driveway into somebody else's car. I can push it through the gear too. All right, well, that'll be the end of this episode. Really?
Next episode.
All right, and then Josh is doing arts and crafts over there.
Yep.
He's back in town from Illinois.
Yep. Just for the weekend or what?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's favorite Illinois Nazi.
Get here every weekend till I move again. Here every weekend.
All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you have any comments, put them down below, but we'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, so thermostat was leaking on the SHO, so I had some clips of that. I'm just out in the driveway today. Made a little mess, that's fine. So all I had to do is take out the air box, the upper coolant hose. You have to loosen the one upper feed line, one of the feed lines for the intake, I'm guessing. They just got to move the spring clip out of the way in order to get the actual housing off. There's two bolts that hold the housing. Here's the old, I don't know if the video is going to come through very well on this, but it's pretty crispy. It's a good reason I'm doing this. So I got a new seal and a new thermostat in there, so I'm just throwing it back together. Hopefully, I mean, we're checking the boxes off, the things that probably would have broken on the road, but that's all we got for right now. So if there's any other updates, otherwise I'm just going to test it and see if it works. Get a topper off with some coolant, seeing as how it's on the ground. Yes, I'm going to clean that up properly, don't worry. EPA, don't yell at me. Other than that, we're all set.